would look pretty ugly.
Yeah, probably.
And that's how we start the show with blowjobs. What's up, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, United States of America?
Planet Earth.
We are back with another edition of Bar-jutsu Live. I am Jim. I'm just Jim. I'm nobody important. I chose to wear a pink shirt on Tuesday when clearly we only wear on Wednesdays.
That's why you're not allowed to sit with them.
I know. We are back here at Scarpaci, Mount Washington for, again, an enthusiastic blowjob-filled episode of Bar-jutsu Live. We were just talking about it, and when I say we, not me, ladies,
You're the one wearing pink.
we're here with we got a star-studded cast tonight. Starting from left to right, we got the beautiful, talented, lovely, chiseled. Get your hand out of the shot, Aaron Romeo. Not Aaron Romeo. Miss Layla Paige. I love your hair. Look at that. Look at those guts. You got permits for those?
Yes,
Jesus
I do.
Christ.
Take her with me to the golf.
And the ever so talented and just as pretty, if not, I'm not going to say pretty because everybody's evil in my eyes, but Desarae Wynn, what's up? I love when you come back. It's so great, so energetic. And you're going to kick off the conversation.
Yeah.
And then the beautiful, talented, the less bee stinging have. The energetic and funny, the one who shits on me every time I fucking say something wrong.
Amber Heard.
The Amber Heard of Bar-jutsu, Miss Amanda Nene. And guys, what would Bar-jutsu be without the one and only, the man who needs no introduction, but we'll give it to him anyways, and the one who has the prettiest Megan's Law profile. What is the picture? Mr. Aaron Romeo. And next to Aaron Romeo, he's like, oh, he's a shirt because we're so good. Next to Aaron Romeo is what is it? Is it the conductor, the maestro, the music man of Bar-jutsu, the one and only, the beautiful, the sexy. Look at that hair. Look at that fucking hair. I'm gonna
He does have nice hair.
Great hair. Jesse Hale, Jesse Hale Music. If you guys don't know, Jesse is he is the creator of our music. He does our theme song, and we do have one of his songs. I think it's "Wastes Away." Yep, we have "Wastes Away." We're going to do tonight. But before we get started with the news, Aaron Rowan, we were discussing before the show about Desarae made a fantastic comment, and she said, "Do you want to repeat the statement that you claimed?"
If you don't have haters, you're not doing something right.
If you don't have haters, you're not doing something right. And apparently, somehow, it turned into blowjobs.
You.
I said it?
Yeah.
Was I the one that initiated?
Yeah, you.
Shocker.
So you're telling me you have no haters. Wait. So if you have no haters, the way that it works out in my head, I'm thinking
If you have no haters, you're not living your life right.
But the way that you said it is if you have no haters from your blowjobs, then you're clearly doing it wrong. Am I right?
No, well, I mean...
Look, now she's...
Yeah, no, I got... It's the way that you ask the question. So, I mean, if you do it well, then yeah, you may have it. If it's recorded and other people are seeing it, then I'm sure. The haters would be the people that aren't getting them from that person.
There it is.
Or those that can't do it right for their partner.
I got it. I'm digging it. All right. Very cool. So tonight we're going to be talking news, sports, menstrual syndrome, menstrual cycles. For some reason, because it's ladies' night and the feeling's right. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. You know that song?
On Tuesday, but on Wednesdays we wear pink.
On Wednesdays, we wear pink. Well, to be fair, people aren't going to watch us until they're taking a shit tomorrow morning getting ready for work. So it will be Wednesday, and it works out. It'll be pre-recorded. All right. Because you're chomping at the bit like every fucking week with your Abe Lincoln fucking beard and your sweaty six head. Aaron Romeo, what's...
Nose looks like Abe Lincoln.
No, I was just thinking, like, I never put that together.
Yeah. He's like 4 beers ago.
We gotta get him a...
There was one thing I seen, it was like, root beer looks how, like, tastes how Abraham Lincoln looks. I was like, I can't explain it.
I avoid
Like, the root beer does look like it tastes Abraham Lincoln.
You avoid balconies and theaters. Awesome.
so wrong.
You're so...
So funny.
All right. Aaron Romeo, what's in the news, you fucking walking piece of shit? Jesse's like, come here.
Do you remember that kind of like They're talking about Abe Lincoln, and Abe Lincoln's on the phone. He's like, "Hey," he's like, "and I took that black chick home." Like, literally, Abe Lincoln is calm the whole entire time, and then he helps like in the back.
Good reference. Oh, all right. You ready? Because you text me. It's the first time you've ever done this.
Get a Rick Ross beer shots.
Oh, let's do that. All right, dude. Camera's on you. I need a back and forth. I need like a light indicator that says which camera is.
Now,
Red light, but
since we're in the season of politics, we're going to start first with that. We're going to talk about death later. We'll talk about Trump. His allegations, his trial has been moved to September. The sentencing trial, that is, has now been moved to September. I find that interesting. Closer to the election time, so who knows, man? What if they move that even further? He'll get elected. Like, what if you can't imprison a president, can you?
dude, he's so animated. I'm sorry, you're doing so well. He's doing the wide eye thing. He's looking at everybody. He's all like, "Let's talk about this." All right, proceed.
It's okay, Aaron. I'm paying
Thank you, but yeah. So I guess people wonder that, like, will he be in prison? Will he go to prison? Like who really knows? With
I'm sorry, the dude normally stares at the camera and rapes the audience. There it goes. Oh, I didn't even get it on camera. I switched it. Go ahead.
But yeah, so we'll see what happens come September. Next, 116 passed away in an accident in India.
Terrific.
So
Fucking fantastic. Back to the good old Aaron Romeo. It's Trump and death. Let's fucking. How many kids? How many babies?
natural disaster.
Oh, wait a minute. Dude, I'm sorry. He came so hard with it. He's like 106 dead in India.
116.
116 dead in India. And Nene's like, "Oh my God, what happened?" He's like, "I don't fucking know."
Like, they're electing people over 70. Death is gonna happen.
Oh, yeah.
Earthquake.
Was it an earthquake? Then why did you say you didn't know? Why'd you lie to me?
And what?
No, it's so genuine. All right.
He said natural disaster.
Camera's yours, sir.
Mudslides, earthquakes,
Volcanoes.
floods,
Yeah,
tornadoes.
Flatulence.
birds and floods. Cats and birds and bird.
I'm actually like terrified of tornadoes.
I'd love to see
Terrified
one.
Ow.
I watched Twister one time and it scared the shit out of me.
I don't
Was
to
it
see
the
that.
tornado?
Never actually did it.
I'm
But I
terrified of
heard
Tori
it's
Amos.
good.
Tornado.
It's amazing.
Russ is like, what a cornflake are for you? I didn't know.
He was so genuine. He's like, "What does that have to do with Tori Amos? I love her music."
No,
Oh, Layla doesn't even know who Tori Amos is.
All right. Look,
Florida Panthers avoided disaster. So
Oh, what a
they
fucking nightmare that
near
was.
disaster. They took 7 games to finally win this cup. Like their initial goal, they were up 3-0, and then had to win 2-1 in the last game, Game 7, and it was like a nail biter. There was guys jumping in the crease for Florida. Some of the shots, third period especially, 7 minutes left. But I don't know, 2:19 left in the period. I remember some of the shots or the shots on goal by Edmonton. Like they had a lot of close calls in the third period, but
What a fucking shit show
that was a shit
So
show.
they went 3-0 and then lost 3. Fucking bunch of dickholes. You know what a nail biter that was.
Imagine if they lost.
Oh, that fucking town, that town would have tore them apart. If they had went up 3-0 and then lost the last 4, there would have been riots. I couldn't imagine how that would have went. So, all right,
3-0.
Aaron, I just want you to know. I want you to know you're doing an excellent job. There are no haters in here.
Oh yeah.
Actually, no, I'm hating on you because you're doing a great job.
Wait for it.
Oh, there it goes.
like I just said, nobody. I'm like, if you're doing a good job, you don't want to very.
I know. I wonder, is there any porn star out there that's like, "God damn it, She looks fucking gorgeous with that in her mouth.
I'm sorry, if you're doing like a great, like
Or
giving a
she-
great blowjob, you do not look good. I'm just saying.
I would only imagine because there's like a suction thing going on, and then there's like different things with like your throat.
But what if you just had a night out and she's all dressed up nicely?
I'm sorry, you know, I still don't look that good.
Right before.
Or right before, you know, or something like that.
I mean,
Special.
it's like whenever you go to the gym, if you're looking pretty and shit, you ain't doing it right.
What else you got for us? Well, tell me that's it.
NBA draft and the NHL draft. I can't believe how fast it happened. It's kind of weird that those drafts actually occurred that quickly. I don't remember them being like right that fast after like the NBA season and NHL season. Maybe I missed it.
When did we start having hockey in June? Is it always that late for the
Yeah.
playoffs?
The Stanley Cup usually
I thought it
went
was
too much.
May. Used to
May.
like
Yeah.
years
Well,
ago.
I remember being in school and you know, like saying, holy shit, it's June 6th and we're still playing hockey. But
It's too late. Too late in here.
it's too late. Is that it? Is that all you got for us?
Yes, yeah.
Very good, Aaron. That was
Hey, very good, very nice.
Right.
I am very impressed, dude. You kept your composure. You know, you didn't piss yourself or anything. You know, you didn't try to touch yourself on camera like last time. It was great.
I did see a guy
Did
do
that.
something.
At the bar?
At work, yeah.
At work? Oh, thankful. Please tell the story.
I mean, he was too drunk and got kicked out. Like, I literally, like, found the front of his pants were all wet.
See,
And of course, I quoted Billy Madison.
you ain't cool. Pee your pants.
say, I peed my pants.
Me neither.
I'm sure I've seen a lot of crazy
The craziest thing I have ever seen was when I used to work for PNC Bank as a bank teller, and I seen this guy. It looked like he was on drugs, and he had on no shoes. He was sweating, and he came and I swear he was on drugs, like just talking, just craziness. I'm like, there's all these old people here. Why are you behaving like this? And we were already backed up because there were a bunch of businesses where our location was at, and I was like, okay, let me go to the back room and avoid this.
That's disgusting. I happen to know an individual. I am not friends with this individual. He happens to be associated with where I work, and he tends to, we'll just say, take a vacation. He take a court-ordered vacation, and then once vacation is over, just goes downtown, pulls his pants down, and takes a shit. He goes right back on vacation. Like, how people can just be like, life is so fucking terrible, I couldn't care less. I'm just gonna go take a shirt. Amazes me that people just don't have that enough control to be like, okay, whatever. All right. Before we get into the menstrual cycles, Jesse Hale,
You're right. Yeah.
you, me and you have known each other for quite some time. Many moons.
He must be an angel.
He's one of my best. Love. I would give him a left nut if he had cancer. That's how much I love this guy.
Not a right
But
one.
tell us a little bit. Yeah, because I'm right-handed. I need the right side's got to be sporty. Fuck the left side.
It's like the left.
Fuck the left. So Jesse Hale, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well,
Good job, dude.
Yeah, thank you. I was born at a young age. Listen, my grandmother said that to me recently, and I just had to get it. So. Just tell them you're born at a young age. I don't know. What do you want?
So you're from Pittsburgh. You're originally from Pittsburgh,
Born in May.
and you what? So how long have you been doing music? Now you are not new to the show. You've been a guest on here before.
Yeah.
But it's always nice to have you come back because you always either shave your head, trim your beard. You know, last time you were on here, you had tits.
Yeah. I pulled a Manson. I got a boob job.
That's right. But you what's the word? Dedicate. You supply us with the music for the show.
Yes.
Without question, I love it. I get excited. My nipples get hard every time the theme song plays, and whenever I watch it back before we send it to the network, I get a little bit of something going on. I love listening to it. I get excited, and every time we put out a new song, I get excited. So tell me a little bit about the bands that you were in, and I know you've been around. You've done some solo gigs and some duos.
Yeah, started my first gig at a bar. I was still in high school.
The Electric Banana. No, not the Electric Banana.
Yeah, but I mean, I was playing in like real bars like during the week because we were too young, so you wouldn't get a weekend gig. So I'd have to stay out till like 2, 3 in the morning, like unload the gear by myself, and then go to school the next day. That was terrible. It was so hard, but did that, and then in and out of bands. Played through solo acoustic gigs for a long time, which I kind of hated. Um, Played in like indie bands, alternative bands. Recorded a lot by myself. Uh, I'm working on something solo, put out, and recently I did join a band. I met a full-fledged band of other people for the first time in a long time. So
until how long have you been in the band?
A few months.
Okay,
Yeah.
So a little longer than average. I'm gonna say, listen, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. I'm not gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice because I love him. He's my brother. But Jesse has a tendency. I'm like, dude, where's your band playing this week? Fuck that band. I'm not with that band this week.
Fan life, that's how it goes.
Yeah, I guess it is because you know a lot about it.
Yeah,
But
I mean, some of them it's like a rotating door.
it is. But like, I love the fact one of the bands that I came to see you in was I don't know if we want to say the name. I don't even think they're a band anymore. But you were in a band and you did really well. I came to see you. It was it was at that place in McKnight Road, and I was like, oh my god, this band's gonna be huge. And then one day you were like, fuck that band. I'm not in it anymore. They fucking fired me or they kicked me out or whatever. It was Mercury.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to say the
Are
name.
you allowed to know your band name current?
You know what? That is a good question.
Okay.
I'd love to give you the band's name.
Okay.
However,
we cannot.
We don't have one yet.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, so we can discuss that right now. You know what's
name the band?
we could. Oh, that would be a great. Why don't we do a contest? Bar-jutsu name that band.
Okay.
Why didn't you have? You should have had the. Oh man, I didn't even know that you were in a band now because we could have had all the members on. Well, we'll bring it back.
Once we get a name, and maybe recording and some shows, we could have the whole. That'd be great.
I will tell you one of my favorite band names of all time. And it's only for whenever I play rock band, like the for PS2. Don't act like you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
No, I play
Guitar Hero Rock Band. And you can do like a campaign and you create a band. I was sitting at home one day watching I can't even remember what channel that is. The Pop channel, and they were doing a Beverly Hills 90210 marathon. And it was all episodes based on Kelly's like boyfriends. Once she dumped him and stuff and everything. So it was called the Kelly's Leftovers Weekend. So every time I play a game, if I have to have a team name, I'm Kelly's Leftovers.
Yeah.
So it's not that.
I like that.
It's not exactly what I'm not saying, dude, you should be Kelly's Leftovers. Fuck that, that's mine. But I'm just saying, I like Kelly's Leftovers. So.
That's very.
You like
Usually I would make fun of you for something
Kelly's
like that, but I like it.
Yeah, I was sitting there watching it. I'm like, dude, that's a great name for a band. I was like, if I ever learn how to play a fucking instrument, carry a tune.
By this time, I could have taught you. If you'd
have been friends forever, he could have made you into.
I try, and I do this thing. I'm like, and I just realized I enjoy it more whenever it's just air. I'm a fucking fantastic air guitarist.
Well, I think right there you were air basing. So.
Oh, was I?
Yeah, that's air basing.
Oh, that's it. All right,
yeah,
slap it, slap the bass. All right, if you had to guesstimate how many bands from birth, all right, not even from birth, from first erection to today, probably 20. This is my scale. That's just fucking weird.
Yeah.
20 bands?
Yeah. I mean, do they have to like play shows and stuff?
No.
Because I do. Get
No,
sick of it.
I technically, yes. I would say, would you say being in a band, you have to have a gig?
No.
Can I call it that? Am I allowed to call it a gig? So,
Yeah.
How many bands have started in their own garage?
Yeah.
they just never leave the garage?
I'm sure some bands probably never did.
Or basement.
All right. How many bands have you been in there and like you're practicing, you're doing your thing, and in the middle of a song, you're like, John missed that fucking riff. Fuck you, man. You fucking suck. And they're like, we don't even like you anyways. Get out of the band.
And then you touch my drum set.
That hasn't happened.
I know you touched our drum set. Cops didn't come out until 4:30. What?
All right. So yeah. I used to be a little harder on the members at practice. I've tried to let go of the reins a little bit. So
I do admit, and I remember, and it was never me because I was never in the band, but I know that you used to be real strict about shit. And people were like, fuck you, man, I'll play however the fuck I want to play.
that's true.
And they were like, you don't need to play in this band.
Well, then I quit. Like you can do whatever you want, but I quit.
You
If you want to go ahead and suck, be my guest, but you won't do it with.
How do you that though?
What?
What? You have to be that way.
Like being in all those different bands, it seems like you're more so had to possibly just be a solo artist.
Yeah. It's hard to do it all yourself. You know what I mean? Like drums and bass and the writing,
It
and
is.
recording and then engineering and mixing and all that. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Maroon 5 bass to Adam, just Adam Levine. Nobody knows who the other ones are.
That's true.
Exactly. But you know what makes
Adam
me?
Levine and the other guys.
Yeah.
You know what makes me smile every time I think of this? I think of people like Trent Reznor.
He
And,
was a fucking asshole.
oh yeah, I'm sure he is.
He went to
Wasn't he?
Mercer.
Isn't he from Pittsburgh?
He's from Mercer.
Mercer. Oh,
He's
yeah,
from
well,
Mercer.
But like,
He graduated
anytime I
from
think of
Miami.
people like Trent Reznor and I mean shit, even like Paul McCartney or something, I swear, I'm not just saying this because he's here. I think I'm like Jesse does that because if you ever heard like the music that we play on the show, what is the you know what? I think it's In the Blood. Is that our theme song? Is it In the Blood or is it is it Waiting? I can't. Which one do we use for the theme song?
Underwater.
Underwater. So the fact that you play everything on that, and I'm like he's like fucking Trent Reznor. He's like 6.5-inch nails. Yeah, he's like 5-inch thumbtacks.
The drums might be a little.
But I love everything. And then the song that what was that 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago when we debuted. You debuted the Last Call.
Yeah.
That was fucking great. So he has a Bar-jutsu Creed. I think I might have sent it to you. And it's basically like a bar song. Like everybody would sing and everything. I fucking love it. I blast it in the car. I'm jerking off. I'm like, Last Call. Oh, sorry, Mom. I just gave that image of my mother, and she's like, God damn it, Jimmy. And then she's gonna call me tomorrow and say, I don't say GD. All right, but tell me about this band. I want to know more about the band that you're in.
Well, I want to tell you, but it's I kind of want to keep it a little bit under wraps until we're like ready. But we have some people in the band that have played locally in Pittsburgh and beyond. They have a certain amount of like history, so coming out, it's going to be heavier than things I've done before. So yeah, it's like a grimy punk metal, drop C heavy, like kind of no real like. There's a lot of edge. There's not like a lot of soft corners. You know what I mean?
Well, you had
for gritty.
who all do you have? You have Dark of the Sky,
Yeah.
3-volt, Soup of the Day, No Engine.
No, it was not. I was never.
Fuck
no
you,
engine.
Cameron. No, that's good. Love you, buddy. Cameron's like, what the fuck,
What did I ever do?
No Engine. But that's cool. I dig that. I mean, you got an extensive resume.
The Wire Riots. I love being in the Wire Riots.
The Wire Riots was one of my favorites. There were some great songs with the Wire Riots. But because we're only 26 minutes in, I want to switch gears real quick because now that we're talking about music, Desarae, you have a new website that we linked onto the thing for YouTube. It's a new website for it's for what is it? Lo-fi?
Yeah, so it's a YouTube channel and it's called Lo-Fi Music. It's because it's very Asian inspired and I'm mixing a bunch of different I'm basically mixing traditional Asian like Chinese and Japanese music as well as like Indian and stuff. And with different genres. So like,
I can dig it.
pop. My last one is a mix of shockingly country and
Oh,
traditional. The way I do it, I make it sound good.
Don't you? Oh, country stinks. Country's
I
terrible.
mix together country and traditional Asian music. So
You know what you should try? Mix together country and what's that? Death metal. See if that works.
I can do that.
Just screaming and shit and everything. That would be awesome. But one thing that she likes to do, and I just love saying this word because every time she's on the show, I say this: collab. She likes to collab. And Nene knew it was coming. She's like, collab.
I feel so young when I say it.
I think we should get your band in here and do a collab. Look, she's all like, she's like,
artists are here right now.
Because
I
I
need
need
a giant collab.
I need somebody. I have this song that I plan on releasing in December. I'm not going to say the title, but it's definitely like a slow ballad type of feel. To be honest, it kind of gives me 80s Prince type of vibe.
see, and that's what I like. I love that. I love like her voice. If ever well, you've watched the show, so you've heard her songs. Her voice with like actual instruments would be phenomenal. And I said that to her the first time because I love what she does. She mixes all her shit and everything, and it's great. I don't want to call it shit. She mixes all her music, and it sounds so good. But I can only imagine what it would sound like with a real band. You know, just like Prince styles. My shirt's getting tight again. I'm getting excited. Shut up, Layla. Just kidding. But what is it?
Are your fans getting tired too?
They've been tight because I'm a big fatty. Hey, Romeo, are you feeling left out?
No, not at all.
Because I'll tell you why. He's like, what about me? I'd like to collab. You know, it'd be funny. Here, what? Go ahead, say it.
I'm not that type of person that gets what's the word for it?
Jealous?
Yeah.
In the end, though, I get all.
Chill and
You know, it'd be great though
taking it all in.
because you have a different style.
Yeah.
She's got a different style, and he's got a different style. But it'd be funny to have like them doing their thing. And it's like a really, cool song coming in. Then there's a solo for Aaron Romeo. He comes in and it's like words, mix, match. Nothing sounds the same. Point at camera.
Oh, I did. Or point to your
Facials,
eyes. But I did
not
not-
facials, but facials. Trapped in my basement. No food. Sold her panties on eBay. Dude, he's writing the words right now. Right now, he's like, that is actually good lyrics. He's like, oh,
You
yes.
better get credit for that.
I should. Copyright.
I've heard that's good money. I've just never done it.
I can
Selling
say-
your panties online.
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah.
Nobody would buy my panties, but I used to work
Dudes
with
will
a girl.
pay you like
That's just
shit tons of money to wear your underwear
I-
for 5 days.
I knew a girl. I'm not kidding you. I knew a girl, and this was what she would sell on eBay. She made a fortune. So the this is what you bought. Like she would put it up there, and she'd be like, "Okay, you win this bid. This is what you get. You get a video of her like putting the panties on, wearing them, walking around in them, flatulating in them." Doing all these things, making it like working out in them. She's doing all this stuff in the panties, and then when she's done, she videotapes her packaging it and mailing it to you, and then you have them. So you have these panties that she wore, and it's like on camera. I'm not just selling you some panties. So everything she did, she sold it in this package. She made thousands of dollars.
You can
Or you wore your panties like after like so long.
But just because like she documented it for like
Okay.
5 days.
So listen, my friend goes to Japan like every year. If you can buy those vending machines, you can buy used panties. And
Oh yeah, that is where, and it's funny.
I'm not shopping by that. I'm not shopping at all.
I think
X is
It's like,
flip
no,
But I
like,
think did we
Jesus.
talk about this because that's how she got it. That's how she got the idea. She said in Japan you can get them in vending machines.
Yeah.
And then she did that. And she was like, well, why don't I just do this? And she was the one that came up with. She said, I'll one up it. I'll document it, and I'll show. Hey, on this day, here they are. Here this is. And she put them on. And obviously, part of the video was, like she's bottomless, putting on panties, and everything. Ooh, look, they're up against her vagina,
Yeah,
vaginal region.
Her vagine.
And speaking of the vagine,
Wait
that
a
would be a
minute.
good idea. What?
That Japan thing is real. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah.
That is disgusting.
You know how disgusting they are in Japan, and Nihon,
That's Chinese.
Nihon, yeah, whatever it is, yeah. But mushi mushi. You know how ridiculous that place is? The prostitutes in Japan get paid. They're like, okay, here's like $1,000. They're like, all right, go ahead and lay it on. They're like, all right, thank you very much. Dudes over there pay.
So wait,
them
wait,
to-
puke on them?
Yeah, they're just
Oh, I
like,
could totally do that. I'm a puker.
they're just like, blah, blah, blah.
That's
I had an ex that went to Thailand, and he's like, you wouldn't believe like the amount of girls that like he's like that came up to me and were basically insinuating like prostitution. He's like, I would never. He's like, and they look like they're 12.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I'm never getting over this vending machine thing. Ever. Ever.
But we're going to get back to you two guys in a second. But I want to talk about something that had the whole crowd, whole room here talking menstrual cycles.
Because we finally got girls on the show.
So,
not
we-
stuck
we
boys
have
all
the ladies at the table, and they were discussing, not we, menstrual cycles. So I'm going to give the floor to you. Go ahead, continue your conversation.
I love being a woman, but like my period time is the only time I wish I was a man. Like y'all have it so easy.
I will never wish I was a man. Because menstruals and they buy panties out of the vending machine.
We actually do.
That is very
Like y'all have it so easy. Y'all can just whip it out and pee.
No.
I would never want a
It's not. It's not that
Every
easy.
day, not gonna lie.
It's not that easy. We have contraptions down there and stuff and everything. We got to do things to get to that. You guys are just like, shoop up. There we go.
You gotta pop a squat and we get pee on our ankles.
Yeah, well, that's if you don't have good aim. You have to have good aim.
Yeah, I would never. I as much crap as I've gone through being a girl, I would never trade it for a penis.
But here's my problem. Here's my problem.
Same.
What gives you? Oh, what were you gonna say? I don't want to cut you off.
If I was born a man, I would not. I would probably be trans.
You're a very pretty man.
Yeah, you guys don't wake up in the middle of the night.
I definitely wouldn't be like straight. So
See, the problem is there's so many things that are flawed with your theories right now.
Like, I
You've
love
never-
being a woman, but I'm just very open-minded. I'm
Yeah.
like, what are having a penis is?
But you've never woken up in the morning and you're like, oh my god, I gotta take a piss, and then you go down and you're like, come on,
Is
dude.
it already hard?
Yeah, oh
Like,
yeah,
I'm
my
pretty
god.
quick
You gotta
up
do
in
a
the morning.
fucking handstand to get a piss in there. And you're like, all right. And can you imagine if you're too weak to do the handstand and you gotta put your like
I was
wish
saying you
you
can't
knew-
like
you
force
have
it
to,
down.
oh my god, no. Can Aaron Romeo explain what happens when Mr. Willie is
acting you're trying to pee at the same time.
Yeah.
It's actually done. You have to like stand at a distance because it'll go over like
Yes.
all over the
there's no
toilet.
joke.
So you
That's a
have
very
to-
good point. It's like pissing with a goddamn
Like,
lightsaber.
Yeah.
You're all the way fucking down. And when it's like that,
literally-
and you
yeah,
go, you're like, all right, shit, because now it's hard and it's sorry, mom, it's hard and it's a fucking jet stream. So you gotta stand. You're like, all right, I gotta walk this out. So you gotta stand like 6 feet behind you, and your timing better be fucking exquisite. Because once you pitch, you're like, all right, I got it right in the middle of the hole, and then you have to know. You go, okay, about 3/4 of the way, filled now. Now you got to start slowly walking forward. So as you do the slow walk, and if you think I'm fucking kidding, if you think I'm lying, I'm not. You got to do. You're like, okay, all right, and you hear this voice in your head, like, all right, shift command, go ahead and take it to 5, and you're like, all right, and then you're like, okay, we can proceed to 4. All right, oh shit, we're almost done. 3, 2, 1, go, 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 go. You have to go like the walk. Okay, here we go. It's fucking horrible.
So
You know
how
I'm
long does this all take you to do?
Seems like it takes them a real long time.
It feels like decades, but
So
it's
you know
only a
what I'm
couple minutes.
saying? I'm like, I'm like, being a man must not be so hard. I'd literally be like Rob Schneider in the hot chick. I'd literally wake up with a penis and not know what to do.
It's
like,
it's a goddamn nightmare. We used to do tricks in high school where I know Jesse knows about
You've
this.
seen the hot chick. That's
the hot chick with Rob
Yeah.
Schneider. I've actually met Rob Schneider. He's cool as fuck.
How about like whenever in Superbad when he's like, sometimes you don't know what to do with it, so you tuck it up under like your belt loop. He's like, and it feels really good, and it does. And you're like, all right, I'm in school and I don't know what to do with this thing, so I'm gonna just tuck it up, and you're like, it's a great sensation. You ladies are like, oh, I wish I fucking knew what you found. You have no idea. You know, and it would be
We
great.
have to trust your
Not to fucking,
judgment on
and
that.
it's ridiculous. And it's such a fucking, it's so ridiculous that we have that equipment and you guys don't. Like, to quote Andrew Dice Clay, you know, it's not fair that when we're attracted to you, we get this meter that sticks out.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like, oh, look,
nothing
he's hard.
happens.
How would it happen to you? It'd be great if your tits popped out like 3 or 4 feet. Like, she's digging me. Look at those things.
Everyone's getting a wet spot.
Or something, but nothing. We have nothing. And then you ladies play this little fucking game. This is why I don't want to talk about this shit on camera. Then you play this little game. I'm gonna act like I'm gonna act like I like him, but I have no idea.
So is that what happens when a dude likes you? Y'all get boners?
If they're like Aaron Romeo.
Well, you know what the thing is that like if we didn't wear bras, you would see like our nipples like
That doesn't always happen.
Pupils dilate whenever you like somebody.
Yeah, but who's like, hi, how's it going? My name's Jim. Let me see your eyes. Oh, you're not into me? Fuck that.
Then you're not making direct eye contact.
See, I make direct eye contact.
you know what? We're just more aloof.
Your pupils are
That's all.
supposed to dilate
I
when you're
didn't.
around people.
I'm learning so many things today. That's informative. The other one, not so much.
And it's bullshit that you guys get the excuse you don't have to do gym class.
Wait a
you can
minute.
be.
When did this turn into a women hate thing? Because
It's
it
not
went
a
from
women hate
it went
thing.
from
I'm not hating
period
on you.
talk to you talking trash about
Okay,
ovaries
so if
and
I'm hating
stuff.
on you, clearly you're doing something right.
I agree. We are.
Haters.
Well
We could
played.
Jesse, you're the best guest ever, dude.
I
I
would
love
be
you.
hating.
I can
He's
literally
like,
sell
why-
my undies
he's like-
at a vending machine in Japan.
he's like, why am I here? But no, it's not fair. You guys get to take that frustration on us, and if it's not, if we're not on your fucking schedule, if we don't have a goddamn calendar in front of us going like, well, it's been 28 days, so we know. Then if you're just miserable and you're like, fuck this dude, he didn't get me my tiramisu or chicken or whatever, so I'm gonna act like it's my period. So now we gotta walk on fucking eggshells.
You're
And it's like,
gonna get
oh,
slapped,
she's on
man.
her period. And then when you finally get your period, we're like, hey babe, like the longest period ever. I know, it's like 14 weeks.
Well, she could be ovulating. And when you're ovulating, you have period like
The period
symptoms.
symptoms.
Yeah.
Usually
More
ovulate-
shit.
Usually
That's
ovulate
not
before
true.
you
That
Only
is
a man
more
will say
shit.
that. Only a man will say that. Because you can have you can have cramps even when you're ovulating. So, and you can have mood swings when
Why
you're
can't we have cramps?
You know, one day I hope you wake up a woman.
Can you imagine that?
I tell you right now.
Crying. He
I hope
got
you wake up
chocolate
if I
all over
woke up-
his face.
If I woke up with a set of tits and a badge, I would never leave
I
the
hope the
house.
hot chick happens to you.
Hot chick, that's it.
That'd be funny if it
We should
actually
do one of those like contraction simulator things.
Yeah.
Or
Make
cramp
it-
simulator things.
Can we get one of those?
All you need is with the little TENS unit or whatever.
Oh,
And
all
you
right.
put them on your belly and zap
All right.
Can
away.
we get one of
Bet.
those and do it to you?
We'll do it right now. That's exactly what we'll do. Next
Hey,
time we
I
play
got
it.
I got one now.
You don't just get cramps in your stomach, you get them in your vagina, you get
Yeah.
them in
All right.
get them in your back.
That's totally fine. I'll tell you right now. This is what we'll do. We'll set it up. She'll get her TENS machine. Is it remote?
It's just that little one that you like, the
Yeah.
sticky thing.
We'll figure out. We'll get something, and I'll strap it on. And so I'll strap
We're
it
gonna
on.
put one on your ball sack.
I'll put it right on my nuts.
Is there something
I'll
that
put it
makes this
everywhere.
swell?
You know?
Not with something here. Yeah, just punch him.
Oh,
into
God
the stool.
forbid our chest hurts.
Hey, we
Oh,
we
my
could
goodness.
get like a baby belly for you, but we're good on that.
This
area.
show,
People, you can't even run up the stairs.
this show went so fucking far south. I don't even know how to recover.
You started it talking about
I know.
us.
It's not fair. It's like a bonus. You guys act like you're like, oh, it's the worst thing ever. No, it's not. It's the greatest indicator of you're not going to have a kid because you're shooting, you're shooting blood out of that thing. And it's just it's such
Yeah,
a
let's-
power.
And then
They
in
can't
movies,
shit on
feel like you did chest workouts.
Okay.
So it's kind of like the word. Well, not technically the worst of two evils, but the lesser of two evils. Because a period is painful, and so is childbirth. So I mean,
we got it. Now we're gonna throw.
Once you get the child, I mean, you
Yeah,
get the
then you're
freedom for like 9
Now you're gonna
months.
throw
But
childbirth.
But then,
You're stuck with a kid.
then you have a child, and then you still have your period.
and a whole lot of other things because of postpartum and all this other stuff.
So shut up.
And period and ovulation and all. It's just a crap ton of stuff. You know what? That is why here in America, like in Korea, they have birth care centers and a lot of hospitals and like insurance and stuff. Well, insurance they pay for stuff like that. That's what America needs. But
I think it's a racket. It's an excuse for the Me Too era to get everything that they want. You know, I'm taking a fucking hole right now. I can see
Coming
out
from
of
a
this.
dude wearing a Mean Girls shirt.
Hey, my daughter is happy. Thank you, Molly. I love
The body like,
I'm sorry. I have the devilest eyes looking at Layla.
We all got big shoes on. You're gonna have a lot of like anal intrusion with all of them.
intrusion. I have short hair.
No intrusion.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
But I think you guys complain way too much, and it's such a it's a fair price to pay for the shit that you put us through.
That's insensitive.
But you know what?
Whenever
It
you put
wouldn't
your
be as bad if the dudes weren't like. It was like, okay, she's getting her period. I'm gonna be real stupid.
I definitely feel like they get their
7
period
days.
too. You can't tell me otherwise.
Like, I am
the time of the
immediately
month
an
for
idiot.
y'all are the cranky.
It is. It's called the first. Whenever mortgages due, and
Y'all definitely have a week out of the month where you're the crankiest. And damn, it's just
we get it. We get it. But it's just.
whenever you bring your tens unit, he has to wear that shirt.
Oh, she wants me to wear the pineapple shirt.
You want to wear the almost
Hey, pineapple shirt.
You're weird. No,
I don't know. I just.
humans.
Oh, you know what?
Fruit because they're.
I will tell you one thing, though. I will tell you one thing. I've always thought this, and this is not me just trying to kiss ass right now because I know I fucking. If I
Oh, you're in trouble.
I know if I didn't drive,
We're
today,
all
I'd be
beat
walking
up.
home. But I do agree with one thing. And I don't know if anybody else agrees with this, but if you guys are forced to have periods because it's your body, you should like what is it? What feminine hygiene
Why
programs?
do I have to pay for tampons?
Exactly.
Why can't I just be like Christmas?
I
Go to the store and steal it.
I always said, well, you know what? If that's something that they can't control, unless they get a surgery to control it, why aren't these things free? And I'm not just saying that to kiss ass right now or anything.
No,
I've
that
always
makes
thought
sense. I know.
feminine hygiene products
Because the
should
amount
be.
of money you have to spend a month.
It's unreal.
It's
And the reason I
crazy.
say this is I've always thought this. But now that I have a daughter, I don't mind going like CVS. If I'm like hey, I'm going to CVS. Nene. She's like, Dad, can you pick me up some pads? I'm like, yeah, because I'm not. That's so cliche to be like, oh, I'm not picking up. I don't give a shit. I have a daughter.
Not like
It's like you're the one that's using it.
Exactly. But the problem I had is I went to go pick it up and I'm like, these are so goddamn expensive. Why should somebody that can't help what's going on with their body have to pay for this
Especially
shit?
if you use the organic ones, which are supposed to be like healthier for you. Like they're like $10 a fucking container.
That's ridiculous. Aaron, what do you pay for your tampons?
Wow, it's up
The
there.
fact that you didn't say nothing is concerns me.
Here's the kicker, though, about periods. Okay? It doesn't get better. You have your period, whatever, and then you get menopause,
True.
which is 50,000 times worse.
Yeah, you guys definitely go through
And
that.
aren't you supposed to like ovulate? It's supposed to ovulation is like 2 weeks before your period, or like before your period and a week after. So it's like you really only have 1 week that's normal.
Desiree's going, you know what? I didn't even think of that.
And
It
then
sucks.
No, because my mom, she's going through that right now, and
It'll make me feel so much better.
But yeah, my mom's going through that.
but she went through it
stop
early
the
because
period.
she had
And then you
fibroids.
grow facial hair, and you get starting all this weird stuff.
Yeah,
So
you
it
get
is not like
start.
That's what happens.
Facial hair.
Yeah, you get like
Yeah.
dark hairs on your
Like
face.
we every year, everything we're losing more estrogen. So once God is like, you are done with your periods. Here's a mustache. Here's your hair.
Well, you know why?
See what I mean?
And I'll tell you exactly why. I know for
Yeah.
a fact, and this is something I'm sure that my dad would say. Oh, if you don't like it, give us the rib back. Because, Adam, Eve.
No.
Layla was like, I don't get that right.
So
So it was like, we had Adam and everything was cool. And then they took a rib and was like, here's Eve. And Eve was made from the rib. So, you don't like it,
apparently,
give us a
that's
rib
how
back.
they got their Adam's apple. You know how like Adam lied about eating the apple?
She shoved it down his
And
throat.
like in that, that's how Adam got the Adam's apple. Because he lied about eating the apple.
Oh,
Guess
is that?
what?
Oh, see, I never knew that.
Eve gave him the apple.
See, Eve,
So-
I don't care about the serpent. Eve was the
She was sick of him and she wanted him to die, so she gave him the poison apple.
that little bitch. She's
And
the
he
reason.
said
Eve is the
woman
reason.
that you gave to me is what caused. So they were blaming each other.
Here we go.
Depends what you believe in. But
And Romeo getting all philosophical.
Maybe they were just freaking hungry.
they're blaming each other.
Hey, I'm an equal advocate for men too. Let's just say everyone.
Well, I'll tell you what.
It doesn't really matter what your gender is.
I'll go back to the Family Guy reference. That's one of my other favorite Family Guys. When God's like, all right, guys, you can have anything you want in here. Everything just stay away from this tree. Oh, what's wrong with the tree? Oh, no. Just stay away from it. And behind the apple tree is a stack of corn. It's one of my favorites.
One of my favorite ones is where they're all sitting at the fucking table. And it's like, oh, it's Jesus. He's like, oh, we're all gonna split it evenly. And Stevie's like, Judas. He's like, they all had 7 margaritas and you had a salad.
Oh, I love that show. Guys, we are at 48 minutes. Jesse, do me a favor. Hi, how's it going? Welcome to Bar-jutsu Live. She was like, fuck off, dude. We had a guest just walk by. She just was like, go
She
fuck
heard you
yourself.
trashing periods.
She was like, woman hater. Hey, I want to close out the show. Jesse, tell us a little bit about Wastes Away.
Okay. It's a song I wrote a very, very long time. It's one of my oldest complete, I guess, albums. When I was looking for lyrics to put to it, I had something very specific in mind, but I had to I tried to make it as accessible to everyone, so I didn't. There's a line that said it wastes away at a time, so I didn't want to say, well, it was this that is the thing I guess holding you back. So the it is whatever it is that you're struggling. So if you're whatever it is, you know what I mean. So the it is like whatever you're struggling. That's what's holding you back.
I like it. Like I said, I always like all of your music. I'm a big everything you put out. I love it. I don't know if it's maybe just because I know you personally, but like I'm usually critical about everything, and every song I put out, I love. I actually had it on my old phone. I had it as a playlist, all your songs. I was just for it. That was before I had Bluetooth. Because I'm fucking 50.
Almost.
Almost. But Jesse, I want to thank you for coming, dude. You are the best. You know you are always welcome to be here. Aaron Romeo. Classic Aaron Romeo tonight. Not too high, not too drunk. Just a little bit of something. Where are you gonna be at? No, for fuck's sake.
In Japan, getting
Jesse, when's the band kicking off?
When the what?
Band.
Whenever we have enough.
The name? All the shit?
Whenever we get a name and some material.
I love it. Super excited. Thank you so much for stopping by. Ladies, you guys were fucking hilarious tonight. I love it. Layla, what's your next appearance?
For what?
Anywhere. She's like, I'll be at Jason Aldean. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. Sorry. No, shit anyway.
No, you're not.
She's like, I'll be somewhere in Pittsburgh fucking shit up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited.
Making men cry.
Making men cry like always. Love your hair tonight.
Thank you.
Desarae, we did plug your YouTube channel. What do you got coming up? You got a new song coming up in September?
Well, yes, I do. Well, It's gonna be late September. And I have a performance coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Super excited. Make sure that you send us the information. Put it on the website so we can share it. Nene, what you got going on?
Nothing.
Love it.
It's like every time you ask me,
Just taking in the sun,
just working and
looking sexy.
looking sexy.
As always. Me, I don't got shit. Maybe another episode of Fuck This Fucking Game with Britt the Bullet. We got season 2 coming up. We're going to be playing SpongeBob SquarePants. Fuck that shit. Something about Bikini Island. Something Bikini Bottom. Some shit like that. I don't fucking know. We played Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And we beat it. It was fucking... I don't think I said fuck more in my life other than in church. What? You know, not at all.
None.
Not fantastic.
You know what my last video game system was? The Sega Genesis.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Love it. All right, but other than that, guys, I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank everybody for being here. We're going to go ahead and finish the show with this is Wastes Away by Jesse Hale Music. And from all of us here at Bar-jutsu and Iron City Beer, please drink responsibly. We'll see you next week.
Some things you don't